Hi friends, in this video session we will work on standard functions provided by the Oracle. At workflow level also, workflow builder level also, we have some predefined functions. If you open your item type here, do you have any functions? If you want to create anything new, it is a custom one. It is not predefined one. When you go to standard one, under standard you can see functions. These are the functions provided by the Oracle, predefined functions provided by the Oracle. At each function level, one procedure will be defined. If you observe, this is a procedure. You can open it and you can see the logic. What is happening in this particular function. So now onwards, we concentrate on each and every function. All possible functions I'll tell you, which I come across. First, we will work on assign. Assigning is nothing but, if you want to assign, if you take a declare block, declare a say a reference variable. I'm taking this one as local variable as varchar2 or else date. Okay, number. I want to take it as number, and L underscore another value is say number. You can take it as roll number. Is also number. Now begin in PL SQL. If you want to assign a value, what you will do? This reference value have a value already have assigned one number called 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, if you want to assign reference value, if you want to assign a reference value to the roll number, what you will do? You will place like this, right? Like this. Whatever the value is exists in your reference var, L underscore reference var will be assigned to whom? L underscore roll number. So here we are using assignment operator, right? Similar to that. And one more observation: reference value, whatever data type is there for roll number, it should have a same data type. That is the second observation. So assignment operator we will use, and both the variables have a same data type. In the similar way, if you want to perform same task at workflow level, then we have to use assign. Let me show you an example here. We will create one more new workflow for this. Now till now we have developed everything manually. So by taking the WFSTD standard one, by saving it as into your local machine, in different ways we have done, right? That is the way we have followed, right? Now just go to file, quick start wizard. Here directly you can create a new item type, then new process. Earlier we have created first new item type, and then new process. Here at a time you can create. You need not to take a standard one and need not to rename it again. That is the importance of this particular wizard type. Now xf assign x function assign. I'm taking name as xx function assign, and here also I'm taking xf assign proc. Same name I'm using here also. Now what would happen? Automatically your item type as well as the process will be created, and in the process monitor you will have a start button and end button. In previously we have drag and drop start and end. For end at node we have used here end. So this is what we have done manually, but automatically these two will appear in the process monitor. Rest is same. Only for creating the new item type and process we are using wizard method. That's it. Now what is our intention is, in order to explain assign, I'm drawing and drop, dragging your assign to the process monitor. Now what it will do is, observe here. So if you compare here, reference value is there, and the variable which is going to hold this value also there. Two variables required, right? So at this point time also, you go to node attributes. Here you are having date value, numeric value, text value. These three are the reference values. Anyone you can assign, and this is item attribute to which you want to assign. Say if you want to assign roll number, then you need to select for this item attribute as this one, and you need to select that particular variable here under item attribute, and under text or numerical and date, depends on your data type, you need to select the reference value in these three. Let me show you the example. So for that we need two variables, right, based on this one. So here go to attributes, Go to attribute in the new section. This is available in the standard one, and now we are creating something in the new attribute under your custom item type. So here, what is your item type? What is your attribute name? This is a reference value where this is the reference where I'm using the same thing, and it is a number data type, right? And what is the value we are having? 1 2 3 4 5, right? So now the reference value you have, the reference where you have how much? 1 2 3 4 5 in the workflow level also, right? Now I'm going to create one more variable here. The global variable here is we used to define the declare section, but in workflow level we need not to define it. We need to create the variables. We need to create the item attributes. So what is the second attribute? Roll number. What is the data type? What is the data type? Number, right? Both should have same. So I'm not giving any value. Getting my point? Now here it is fine. Now I want to assign this reference value where to the roll number. Then how can I do it? Go to assign, now go to item attribute. Which value you want to assign? Which is a number value, right? Reference value. So here you need to select here. You need to select here item attribute. What is item attribute? No, not item attribute. It is a numeric value. What is the value is reference value. So here numeric, these three values holds, any one of the field holds the reference values, and to which you want to assign, that is nothing but item attribute. Just select here your roll number. Now observe here, whatever the value is there in the reference numeric value under this particular value, that value will be assigned to roll number. Now how can you get this? How would you know that this has these values? Means that roll number has 1 2 3 4 5. How can you get that? Only possibility is you can have a notification, and you can what you call that, you can print it, right? So in that way I'm going to do it. I'm going to create a new message first. What is the message? XX assign number, assign variables. I'm creating a new message here. I want to print them in the notification so that I can understand that whether the information is assigned or not, whether the data is assigned correctly or not. Now I'm creating the new notification. Same name I'm using here. Here function I'm not using any result type, only I'm using the message. It is completed. Now drag and drop onto your this one. Now connect them in this way. Now observe here. How would I know in this notification based on your message body only, right? Here message body you don't have. How can I print those values? How can I print those values? Just drag and drop those two into your message body, into your message like this. Now go to message, go to body. Here you need to write the logic. L underscore reference is ampersand reference where, right? Reference where. So here ampersand L underscore reference. Now what is the next value? L underscore roll. How can I print this? By using ampersand L underscore roll. Just try to use caps L underscore because the internal name is always in the caps letters. L underscore roll. Now click on apply. Now I want to take performer as operations. So to whom this message sends? Here what it will do? I'm going to assign the values. I'm going to assign the reference value to the roll number, L underscore roll number in this particular function, and then I'm printing those values in where? In the message, in the notification, which is sent to the operations. So now it is completed. Now the save it as into the database. Apps. Now it is validated and saved into your database. What is your item type? This is your item type. Now go to sysadmin, workflow administrator web applications and developer studio. and run your workflow. One. Here reference value, default value we have given, right? Roll number we are not giving. It is happening, it is assigning automatically from the assign function at workflow level. Submit. Okay. So the notification is kicked to whom? Notification is kicked to whom? Operations. So I'm opening operations user. See, this is the function, right? See, what is the value you are having? In the reference value we have given. Did you give any value to the roll number? No. We are assigning the value through the assign function. In this way we can work on number functions, number assignment. If you want to assign, if you want to assign a text value, for example, if you want to assign a text value, how can you assign? Here at a time we can assign one value. More than one value we can't assign. So one more assignment function we need to take. What is the assignment? Where is that assignment? This is assignment. So one more assignment I am taking. So connect them in this way. Here what I want to do is, I don't want to assign performer here. I don't want to assign performer here. Here the performer I want to assign, note, in performer I want to assign the item attribute. Do you have any item attribute? No. So what I'm doing is, for understanding of second type, I want to work with the text type. I want to assign the text data. Then how can I assign? First, anyway, you want to assign the data from one variable to another variable, right? Just take one variable, two variables. One is a reference performer and reference performer. Here it is the text, right? Here the value I'm giving is C black. Okay, so it is done. Now this attribute consists of what value? C black. Now I'm going to take one more variable called X actual performer. Actual performer. Now to this variable I'm not giving any data. Okay, I think you are clear about this one. Yes, this is a reference value, this is the actual value. What I'm doing in this assign, I am going to take, I want to assign actual performer from which one? This is actual, right? This is the reference. See, whatever the data you select in these three parameters, that parameter will assign into this particular variable. If it is a date, this item attribute is of text type, text value will be assigned. If the numerical value will be assigned to the first one. If the date value will be assigned to the actual performer. Now both are having same data type, actual performer and reference. Reference performer has C black. C black will be assigned to whom? Actual performer. Now when this workflow kicks, the reference performer data will be inserted into the parameter called actual performer. Now here I am giving the performer at notification attribute and actual performer I'm giving. See, actual performer till now it is not having any data. Actual performer will be assigned from the reference performer. Just we are simply assigning the data from one variable to another variable. For demonstration I am giving this example. Now once you validate it, once you save it, apps this, and here how do you know that this assignment is correct or not? If the notification is kicked to C black, then this second block assignment is worked properly. Okay, so that is the only testing purpose. That is only we can test here. Go to sysadmin now. Sysadmin. Now test it. Run the workflow from the backend, front end. Go to workflow administrator of applications, administrator workflow, developer studio. Now here, what is your item type? This is your item type internally. Here place it, run it. See here, we are not giving any data to the roll number, we are not giving any data to the actual performer. This is happened from the first assign, this is happened from the second assign. Okay, second assign function, standard function. So I'm giving here 2, I'm giving here 2. Then if at all, if the assignment is not proper, go to status monitor. It must complete normally, otherwise it will go into the error. So it is completed, right? Next, go to C block and see whether it is clicked perfectly or not. Means he got the notification or not. See, he got the notification. Just go to this one. See, observe following up. Okay, one second. I want to complete all these things. So see here, reference values we are printing, and this notification is clicked to black Chris only, right? See black. How it is happened from the second one, from the second assignment. We have not assigned the performer anywhere. Through it is happened through where it is happened through where this assignment one. Similarly, if there is a assignment requirement of a date, then you have to change that date. You have to select where here, go to node attribute. You need to select a date, the reference value as here, and to which we want to assign that one. You have to select in the item attribute field here. Here, the assigning variable. This is a right. I think you understand this concept clearly. This is the end of the video. In the next video, we will see compare date and compare number and compare text. Thanks for watching. Hi friends, in this video we will work on standard function compare date. Let's see first how we work in the PL SQL. It is similar to your if condition. Say for example, compare date we want to discuss, right? So take one variable, one ref date, which is equals to, say for example, 25th December 2017. This is a reference value I have taken, and another value, another parameter having another local variable have date data type, and it is equals to 25 December 27. It is also having the same value, for example. And if I want to compare those two, what I will do, if L reference date greater than or equals to L date, then end if. This is the first possibility, right? And second possibility is, and here we will apply logic in PL SQL. And similarly, second one, it is a less than, and third one is greater than. So in this way, we can have three types of logics, right? So first one is equal, less than, greater than. So in the similar way, if you want to perform at workflow builder level, then we use compare date. Let us try to do the same thing. I'm placing, instead of having all these things, I have removed all of the notifications, all of the messages and notification, and assigning other functions. Just connect them in this way. See, when you drag and drop here, it is having how many transitions? Equal, greater than, less than, and null. These four are mandatory transitions for this compare date. So here we need to have the four ends. Just open, where is your end? Yeah, this is the end, right? First, second, this is the third end, fourth end. So when you use compare date, first the transition is equal, second one is greater than, third one is less than, and fourth one is null. These are the four transitions possible. Here in similar way, similar to your if conditions, here also we will be having the four conditions. So here we will be applying the logic. See, what is the reference value you want to assign, and what is the test value you want to assign. Here in node attributes, you can see two fields. In the reference value, you can give directly, it is a date, right? Directly you can give dd, mn, mon, yy directly, or instead of that you can go to attribute. Anything you can use as a reference value. So for that we need to have two variables, right? Similar to your PL SQL block. So I'm using one more two attributes. I'm creating two item attributes. One is a ref date. Ref means reference date. Ref date. And here what must be the date type, because we are comparing the two dates and we are using the compare date function. So here we have to use date. And what is the format you want to have? dd, mon, yy. This is the format I'm expecting. So here I have used here dd, mon, yy. What is the date you want to have? Here 25 December 2017. 2017. Just click on apply. So it is having the reference date now. Now create one more variable item attribute, that is date. Here it must have date because we are comparing two, right? Two dates. That's why we are taking the type as a date. Now the format must be dd mon yyyy, and here we are giving the date as 26 December 2017. Now apply. So here go to, now we have created the reference date and date. It is having 25th December, it is having 26th December, right? Now go to compare date and node attributes. Now here first assign the reference value. Here we are selecting the attribute, new item attribute, and go to value and select ref date. Here this ref date have 25 December. Now go to test value, and it is also item attribute, and select what is item attribute, date. Apply. Now what it will do, whether the given the date is greater than or less than or equals to or null. Because if the data types are not matched, then what it will do, it can't compare, right? So in that case it will go to null case. So here 4 transitions are there. If the both are equal, then we can write your own logic in this direction. If the both are, if the date is reference value is greater than your what you call date value, then it will go to in this direction. If it is less than, in this direction. If it is null, in this direction. So let us see whether it is works or it is going to work or not. Save as into the database, apps this. Here I have saved it. Now go to application, go to sysadmin, what is your item type? This is your item type, right? Now open your, go to workflow administrator of applications, administrator workflow, and developer studio. Now run your workflow. Here this is your workflow, run it, and here we are giving item key as 3, and here also 3. Now I am not giving reference value. We are not concerned with these 4 because we have already covered this one as in the assignment functions. Now we are concerned with the reference date and whether they are comparing correctly or not. We will see. So reference date is 25th, and date is, the test value is 26. So submit. Now see how the transition has been taken place, because we are not having here any what you call any notifications, right? You can see here the directly status diagram. Go to status diagram. See what it is happened. Greater than means your test value is 25, your reference value is 25 December 27, and your reference value is 20. Your reference value is 25 December, and your test value is 26. So 26 is greater, right? That's why it is gone into this particular transition. And why still it is active means we forgot that here. We forgot that we have not mentioned this node as end. Here, if it is not mentioned as end, it is still active, means it will treat as a function to be executed, and it will never think treat it as a end of the function, end of the transition. So we have to mention here as end. Don't forget this one. I already mentioned in the previous video sessions. It is mandatory. Every time when you have a new end here, new end function, you have to mention this node as a end function. Apps this. Now when you run it, then it will show as a complete. Let us see whether it is true or not. Go to assign. Now with the same logic, we will see the status as completed. Now okay. Now go to status monitor. Here place your internal name. Here see here. Earlier one is active still, but here this one is complete. Why? Because earlier one have end is not having any node having a improper end. The node is not defined as a end. That's why it is still active. So if you go to this one and if you retry it, if you can see retry, it will be completed. If you retry, it will be completed. You are getting okay. And retry, it will be completed. You can do many things. You can play with this, and still it is not showing. Okay. Active history. Yeah, still it is active. It is greater than only. Just skip, not allowed. See, it is went to the end only, but still it is active because the state has it is not going to be changed once it is reached to this particular node. So in this way, we work on compare text, compare date. In the next video, we'll work on compare text and compare number. This is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Hi friends, in this video, we will work on compare number. In the previous video, we have worked on compare date. Similar to that, compare number also works. I'm removing compare date like this. Now see, place your compare number onto your process monitor like this and connect them equal, and it will have same transition equal, greater than, less than, and null. See, above this mark, whatever are there, they are all mandatory transitions. If you miss any of the transition, it will throw an error. Let us show you. I would like to show you here. See here, the activity result code null has no transition defined for it, so it is a mandatory. So null is also a mandatory. These are the 4 transition for compare number also. So which numbers you want to compare? Say for example, see here, instead of using now, I will be using here constant values 324. It is the reference value is 324, and the test value is 543. See here, so 324 will be compared with the 543. If the test value is greater than this one, it will go to greater than. If less than, less than. If equal, equal. Now we are not using any item attribute here. Directly we are using the constant value. That's why we are giving the initial values here. Just click on OK. In the last video we have seen with the item attribute. Now we are not seeing with the item attribute. Without item attribute, direct values we have given. Click on save into the database and test it. Now what is your item type? This is item type. Here in the workflow web application, administrator web applications, I'm running here. It is asking for login. Now run. So your item key is 5. User key is also 5. See, I am not giving any values. I'm not giving any here. These are used in the last video sessions. Now it is not having any importance. We have given the values at compare number here itself in the node attributes directly. So we are not concerned with the attributes. Click on submit. Okay. Now go to status monitor and see whether it has a transition, correct transition or not. It is completed. Now view status diagram. See why it is gone. The test value is greater than the reference value. That's why it is gone into the greater than. Now let us try. Just change the values. Go to node attributes, and here test value, I'm changing it to the 200. Okay, I'm changing it to the 200. Say for example, null, what it will do. Let us check that. See, test value, I have not given any value. And see what transition it will take. Reference value we have given, but test value we have not given. In that case, what it will return, we'll see. And submit. Item key is 6. Cloud. Okay. Go to status monitor. Internal name. It is completed. Now go to status diagram. See, it is gone to which status, which transition, null transition, because the reference value is there, but compared value, means the test value is not there. That's why we have got the null transition. And if you want to have the more than that, so every time we are changing the workflow in the workflow, right? It is not right practice. For that reason, we are going to have a what you call attributes for reference value. I would like to have an attribute that is L reference value, and for constant, for test value also, I'm taking roll number. So here it will compare with the reference value. The roll number will be compared with the reference value. If the roll number is greater than the reference value, then it will go to greater than. the test value is test value is greater than less than reference value, then it will go to less than. If the test value is null, it will go to null. Now these values will give while submitting the workflow. Save as. Now we will not change anything in the workflow definition level. While submitting the workflow, we'll change the attributes. That is the correct practice. Now go to Developer Studio. Here place it your internal name of your workflow and run it. And here we give as a 7, and here I'm giving the reference value as 623, and roll number means it is a test value. You just give as a 7 less than value will give 234. Okay, submit. Click on OK. Go to status monitor. Your item key is 7, right? Your item type is XXF. What is your item type? XXF. Assign. We can have for everything different names, but it is a time consuming. That's why I'm changing within your workflow. Same workflow I'm changing. So item type, item key is 7. So I'm clicking on it, and you can see status. You can see the status now. Now go to status diagram and see. It must go to less than. Why? Because the reference value is your test value is less than your reference value. That's why it is got into the. So if there is any comparison required, we will use this particular function. And in this transition, we will write our own logic, like your if condition. In this way, we work on the compare number. In the next video, we will work on compare text. This is the end of the video. Thanks. Hi friends, in this video, we will work on compare text. For that, I am removing the existing function called compare number. Now I am placing compare text. Place your compare text like this. It also have the 4 transition: equal, greater than, less than, and null. We will see very clearly this concept because it is not a conventional one. See, we can compare two strings equal or not equal. This is possible in your PL SQL. We generally use it. It is a regular practice. But coming to relational operators called greater than, less than, we might be thinking that it is not possible, but it is possible. How it works in the PL SQL first we will see, then we will go to the workflows. So I'm taking one variable here. I have written already one declare block. Here it is a variable, a reference variable, one variable which is of varchar. I'm giving here A, and I'm comparing with B. So what would happen here is, here the whatever the character you're having, it will be converted into ASCII. For A it is 65. It will convert it into 65. And for B it is 66. For B it is 66. Now tell me which character is greater than which character. So B is greater than A. So when you compare here in the relation in the if condition, what would happen? Reference A is greater than B. A is greater than B. No, it is less than. That's why it will print lesser. Now let us see whether the output is correct or not. Because 66 is greater than. Because 66 ASCII value of B is greater than. Here, well, so here we are getting else condition. So B is greater than RA, or this is less than this one. In the similar way, here also it works. Go to this particular function node. Here first function node attributes, first function test reference value I am taking A. Reference value I am taking A. Apply. And other test value is B. Okay, or else okay. Click on apply. So now what would happen? Is your B is greater than A? Yes. So it will go to this transition. For example, if you take here B, here A, then it will go to less than. If both are equal, then it will go to equal. If the test value or reference value is null, then it will go to null. This is very, very important. And we let us see. Second case also. First case will complete now. Save as. Now let us save into the database again. I'm having some issue. This. Save it. So now go to what is your item type? XXF assign. Okay, it is asking again login. Okay, it is your item type. Now run it. Now 8 8 submit it. Now your workflow is kicked. Now go to status monitor and see whether it is completed in which direction. See here, it went into the greater than. Why? Because B is greater than A. That's why it went into the in this direction. And go to again compare text and go to node attribute and see here I'm making it as A and here both are equal, right? Now let us see. Save as apps is. Now again run the workflow. XX assign item key is 8. I'm giving 9 and submitting. Now it will go to which direction? Equal direction. Now let us see the direction in which it went. So go to status diagram. Now see here, it went to equal. If you don't have any value, it will go to null. This is very, very important. We will be using this concept. That's why I'm telling each and every point. So now what I did is here I have removed the test value. Now let us see. Validate it. Now it will go to which direction? Null direction. Apps this. Now again run it. Now see, give the item type and user key, item key and user key, and run the workflow and go to status monitor and see the status of your status diagram of your workflow, the current workflow. So now it went to the null direction. So in this way we work on compare text. This is the end of the video for this topic. Thanks for watching.